The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
The biggest, most outrageous online show in Philippine history.
20 million fucking downloads.
Interactive in 35 countries. Mo is back with a vengeance in Season 2. Bigger, better, badder.
Let's start off with an international call. Yesterday we took a call from India. Tonight it's Canada.
Nice.
Let's go to Ireland. Where in Ireland are you?
Well, I'm in Dublin.
Some people say that I'm a bad guy. They may be right.
Let's go to Afghanistan. Holy shit, are you fucking really in Afghanistan?
Yeah, man, what's up?
Florida. What's up?
I just found your show today, and I think it's great.
Live from Hollywood and at the Beyond the Box studios in One Rockwell, Makati. It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2. The Bigger, Better, Badder podcast. Your questions about love, life, sex are all answered and occasionally made fun of here. And now, the man who loves women and dudes, but not in the same way. The Philippine genius, DJ Mo Twister.
Welcome to the podcast on this Monday night. It is the 18th of February. Welcome to the show. My name is Mo. I am your host. Of course, this program is brought to you by Globe. Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2. Good morning in my part of the world. Good evening, Dr. Kent. How are you, sir?
Good evening, Mo. Great. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great, and I'm excited for you because you get to sit next to another special guest here tonight.
Yep.
And maybe every time anybody, I guess, wants to sit next to this fellow's gentleman here on our program, you wish a little bit of it will rub off against you. And I'm talking about genius level talent.
Absolutely.
You get what I mean? Like, we get hot chicks on the program, we get talented actors, we get really great singers, but rarely do you get all of them in one individual, and he does it at a level higher than anyone else. You get what I mean? Like, I remember the first season he was here, I threw the stat out, and I know it's accurate because when you look back at it, you're like, oh yeah, it does make sense that Rico Blanco is responsible for more #1 hits than any other artist in OPM history. Like, when you say someone, when he touches something and it turns into gold, it really is kind of almost. No, I mean, I threw that stat out in Season 1 and I read about it and I thought, I'm like, yeah, that does make sense. I can't think of anyone else as dominant in the industry throughout his career as Rico. Now, if I'm wrong, Rico, please correct me, but it doesn't take anything away from the genius level talent that you possess. Actor, singer, philanthropist, just all around awesome. Please welcome on the program, Rico Blanco, back on the show.
Hey, thanks
Hi,
for
Rico.
having me again, man.
Okay, wait, so am I wrong? Are you not responsible for more #1 hits in OPM history? I mean, have you heard this stat?
Yeah, I hear it when. Where did you get it anyway? But I hear it a lot.
I got it on the internet.
Yeah, I hear it a lot, and I don't count, but I'm not sure if that's accurate. I'd like.
You want somebody to really like fact check this?
No, but and #1 where?
Oh, in our country. Like, I mean, we of course we have countdowns. I mean, me being a DJ, knowing that we have but more #1
because I've been in the industry for a long time. That's all the problem.
No, see now not just now you're too humble, sir.
Wouldn't like Apple have more #1s?
Apple number. Well, last time I read, it was in the ballpark of the mid-20s, like 25 #1 hits or something like that you've been responsible for, either performed, written, whatever. I mean, Apple, can you name 25 songs that you think were, #1? Huh?
I don't know.
25 is strong. 25 is strong.
I'm
Yeah.
not a stats guy.
#1 hits.
Yeah. Number one.
I mean, we don't even know how many #2 hits Rico has. Like hundreds, you know.
It's
but
well, if it is true, then it's it's just the fans, man, and they've been great all these years. So if that stat is correct, it's just
Yeah, again, Rico, you're too humble. My God, it can't just be the fans. I mean, come on, the fans have to have fantastic material to be excited about and to support, and that's really when you come in. And come on, no matter, okay, let's be realistic. You've gone from band, you've come from the band thing down to the solo artist stuff, and then there's always going to be intrigues, whether it be from the music scene, from the relationship scene, or from wherever it is. People might like you, people might dislike you, but no one will ever say that you're not this talented, right? I mean, no one can ever argue that. So it's not. It's not. Well, obviously now we can see that you're being extremely humble. But come on, buddy, you are.
I'm proud of the fact that I've been able to come out with work that I can be proud of for at this consistent rate. There was one year when I thought I wasn't gonna come back do music again, but apart from that year, I'd like to think that I've been constantly at it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no,
it's something I enjoy doing, and that's why maybe I've amassed unknowingly, just doing what I love, amassed this body of work without really realizing it.
Now, when you're talking about that one year, it was. Would you say that was a burnout year? I mean, you ever been burned out by writing or making songs, things like that?
Burnout wouldn't be the correct term. It's more a sequence of events led me to that point in my life, that kind of decision. Initially, I just wanted to explore other things for the sake of living one's life fully and being well-rounded. I didn't want to be just a musician. You know how people from other fields want to try something else. Totally. And I just wanted a break, like a total, like clean break, to be able to try out something else. But yeah, the events leading to that caused me to how do you say it? Have to be a little bit traumatized, by
totally.
By the sequence of events. So I just thought initially at that point in time, screw it, screw it. I did all of this for music all these years, and then I want a break, and this is what you give me. This was my thought process, and of course, that's changed now. I look back and realize, how I have a better perspective now of things that happened. But I don't regret anything. I'm happy that things turned out the way they turned out.
Now, I remember in an interview, I don't know if this was the first time you were in the podcast, but I don't think it was. I think it was probably years prior, maybe on a TV show or on my radio show or something. And I asked you. Yeah, and I asked you, like, what you want, or maybe this was the young Rico Blanco, and you were telling me the story, like, when you started Maya and stuff like that, we were like, what did you want to achieve? And you were like, world domination.
That was the young me. I think all four of us, or five of us even, that was on our agenda. We were just like, we're better than, I don't know, name it. We were like...
Yeah, and anybody else out there.
We were pretty annoying kids. But we were, 19, 20-year-olds. And we were probably we were dreamers. We were... And I think that kind of... That pride we had... I was proud. I was proud of my bandmates. I was proud to be in that group. And we felt... we were among the most talented in the world when we were young. And that maybe our ignorance helped us, helped us create the music that we did create. We did end up creating. It's funny now because now you're more, say, more realistic, or some would say jaded. There are a lot of other factors, label backing you up, race, demographics, scale of business. So you know it's a little bit too naive to think that if you have talent you can make it. But when you really think about it, it should be that way. It should be that way, and I think part of me still believes in that. That if you have
talent. And I do too, because I mean, you'll take like a venue like a YouTube, right, where you know nothing about this person, you don't know about their. I mean, rarely do you know about their political beliefs or their religious beliefs, or just saying you just kind of showcase the talent for 2-3 minutes, and all of a sudden, you know, you can dominate the world. You just never know.
In fact,
I mean, talent does still take so long.
Yeah, in fact, I think the environment now is more conducive to that kind of idealism. You know, when a little kid, you know, thinks she's just talented and she's just happy, she wants to share it. Like the young Filipina,
who plays
playing
the piano.
She was just happy to
it on
do it,
YouTube,
and
then everybody discovers her. There's a lot of avenues for the lots of talents these days, so it will be conducive.
We should have said it now, not
right.
during that time when it was even hard to just get a gig outside the country.
All right. Our phone number is 478-7954. You can catch us on Skype, The Good Times Podcast. Rico, you know how the show works. You've been here before. We take calls about everything here on the program.
I'm game.
Questions specifically for you about their lives. It'll be a lot of fun. You ready?
Game.
All right, let's do it. Let's start with Alex, who is on hold. She's been on hold for 45 minutes already. I really want to get on the program. She's on line 1. She's 16 years old out of Quezon City. You are talking to the great Rico Blanco, of course, Dr. Ken as well. Hello, Alex. What's up?
Hey, what's up? Sorry.
Good morning.
Rico, my universe is phenomenal, obviously.
Thank you.
My question is, prior to the events I'm going to tell you is, I'm really big on LGBT rights, and you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really like an ally because, so, the thing is, before, the thing that happened is that I'm pretty sure I'm 100% straight, but like an inkling might be 15%, like otherwise.
So you're 85.
85.
Yeah. So yeah.
Because then we'll do a little, but yeah, some subtraction here. All right.
For the past like week now, I might be leaning towards like curious, like bi-curious or something.
Now, is this leaning because of a certain individual, or you just kind of have that feeling inside that maybe you want to try females? Because generally we see sometimes with other females, whether it be teenagers your age at 16, or we see fucking 45-year-old woman. I mean, it doesn't matter. When they meet someone and they get that spark going, they'll go ahead and be attracted to that someone romantically, sexually, and everything. Guys aren't like that, man. Like Rico and I, we can have a great time later tonight and be, all of a sudden this great chemistry exists between us, but I'm not going to want to sleep with him. But females, every now and then, you'll see that happen. So is this leaning because you're 16 and you just haven't really locked down your sexual identity, or is it because you met someone who's blowing your mind away?
Yeah. Probably because perhaps this is not a one-time instance. So it's probably because it's influenced as well by a person, and because I feel like I'm there's something in me. I don't know. It's plaguing me, dude.
All right, so what's the question, though?
Yeah, because I'm not really, I've been forcing because I have so many gay friends, so, dude, come out already, or something like that. And it's plaguing me that I have this, really incorrect feeling towards, because I'm really brought up in a very conservative...
Listen, don't label it as incorrect.
Yeah,
I mean, if your feelings are your feelings.
I know. Yes,
unless you told me I have this feeling I want to kill somebody, I'll tell you, okay, that's incorrect. But or maybe not the feeling's not incorrect, but just don't act upon it because that would be really bad. But Alex, what's the question though? I mean, okay, you've established this, but what do you want from us?
I mean, do I continue to just be to just explore for now, or do I have to like come out to my parents already?
Rico, your thoughts?
Okay, I don't know how being gay happens, or how it develops. So I can't help it in that sense. But there's one part of what you shared with us that I took notice of, is that your friends have been pressuring you to come out, and this is my only advice: don't let anyone pressure you to be a certain way if that's not really how you feel.
Yeah.
Figure it out for yourself, or maybe with the help of your friends. But don't, just because they are also a certain way, they want you to be like them. But if you don't feel like it, don't force it. That's all.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, it's great advice. And another thing you brought up is like, should you continue or should you come out? I mean, like, you are putting unnecessary pressure.
Attracted to this person, and
yeah, man. Listen, Alex, you're. I think you're so concerned about this category or being categorized, putting in place so you can feel comfortable about yourself. But if you really have great connection with someone, and if you feel like you guys are having a good time, and don't fuck around with having to categorize yourself, or don't think about all this stuff, this shit your friends say, like, oh, okay, you got to come out now, you got to come out. You're 16. Listen, you enjoy it a little bit. Learn right now. I mean,
yeah, it's probably Glee's fault, dude.
Yes, fucking watch Glee, study hard. Catch up. I don't know what the fuck it's probably Glee's fault, but
why? I don't get it.
Yeah, well, it's because Glee's like it's supposed to be super gay, right? Yeah. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Really?
No, Alex, she's 16. Rico, come on, they're teenagers. Yeah. Alex, have a little bit of fun, learn a lot. I mean, enjoy 16. Your chemistry with this girl.
Like,
just kind.
Alex.
Yes.
Do you like? You're 16, right? Do you like One Direction?
Dude, no.
Justin Bieber?
Like, not please skin me to
any guy.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Like, no?
All right. Okay. Well, who's your last? I mean, do you have a guy crush right now? Are you attracted to any man?
But I mean, I have, and then this person comes around, and then like, what the hell? I'm blown away, and I'm not like some butch lesbian or something. I'm an ape, to say the least. Seriously though.
60. All right, Alex. Well, hey, good stuff, man. I mean, listen, again, you might jump out of this one day. You might go full lesbo deep. We really don't know, especially with your youth, and at the same time with what attracts you to another person, okay? Yeah. So at this point, yeah, you want to label yourself, fine. Let's label yourself as bisexual because you have a little bit of a liking towards males, but right now, man, you have the hots for this female, and she's blowing your mind. Fantastic. Good times. Enjoy it. Okay. Now we'll see again if it then materializes into a full lesbian career for you, okay. Or this is just this one extremely exceptional person that you'll likely not end up with anyway, you being 16, right? So enjoy it while it lasts, learn from it, and then good times. All right?
Okay. Wow, thanks.
All right, baby.
Thanks.
All right, Alex. Thanks for the call, man. Good stuff. Bye-bye.
Putting me on hold.
Yeah. So sorry, 45 minutes. Jesus, teenagers. Wow. Wow. Let's talk to Renee, who's 30, line 3, San Juan. Renee, you're on the program. You have a question specifically for Rico Blanco. What's going on, buddy? Renee, line 3. Sorry.
Renee,
you there? He's got a good question, Renee. And I'll go ahead and ask it for him, okay. Then, since apparently he's not there anymore. Rico, is there a song, and I don't know if songwriters go through this because I've never written a song, so I'm not there, but you ever hear a song and you go, fucking A, man, I should have wrote that song, or I had a song just like that, and look how I should have pursued it. I mean, is there that kind of envy, but not in a really bad way, but more like, man, putang ina, I should have wrote this one.
I should have wrote this one doesn't really happen. It's more like, wow, that's brilliant. It's so simple, and it's just all awe and admiration for the person who thought of it, or the. It's just appreciation. It's just when I hear something, whether it's complex or simple, it's like, my God, this is brilliant, and I'm still a fan. So when that happens, I just become a fan. Oftentimes, I get inspired by it. I take my own observations of how it affected me, why I was amazed by it, and take that and turn it into something that has my part of me in it. Say, I was impressed by a song. I'll try to go back after enjoying it. I enjoy it first, you know. I enjoy it first. After enjoying it, I try to figure out, why did I like it? Oh, because it hit me here, and okay, maybe I can do something like that will, you know. But
is there a specific song out there that wowed you the most, or put you at awe the most?
Happens all the time. I always remember when I first heard Eraserhead's 3 oras na ako nagpapakyut sa'yo, di mo man lang pinapansin ang bagong t-shirt ko. I was like, but because before that, just before that, around that time, medyo uso yung tuloy pa rin na inulit, di ba, ng side A from Labuyo. So yung sigarilyo, ilang ano, yun yung language eh. And I thought, it was, I didn't know why I don't know why I didn't think I could write that way again. So like, up to this day, I write like that, pretty pedestrian. I mix Taglish and just how I talk to my friends. That's how I write in my songs. But that was one time when it hit me na, oh, I can write songs in a manner, and the lyrics would be in a manner that the way I talk to my friends or people. And kasi before nun, galing ako New Wave eh. So I came from New Wave, so it was mostly like poetry-ish, parang, you know, and Joey Ayala, which is also like nice Tagalog. So now I ended up a mix of all of that, because you're really, as an artist, any artist, you're a mix of the things you like. That's the answer to the first one. I just get blown away. I don't wish I wrote it, because I'd probably screw it up, you know? So if I hear something, I just appreciate it and get inspired by it. The second question was like, if I heard something, and it always happens that I have something like that I haven't released. It's just, well, ganun eh. And you just keep writing. It also happens, it always happens that I put stuff out, and simultaneously someone somewhere in a bigger scale, like on a global scale, will release a single that sounds like mine.
Oh man, that must. Rico, sorry if I may cut you off. That seems like that happens
all the time.
I mean, like it should happen all the time, right? Because there's only so many like chords and mixture combinations,
and especially these days. Sorry, especially these days. Okay, number one, I probably listen to the same stuff these other guys listen to growing up.
That's true, right?
So we're influenced by the same thing. Number two, the world is getting smaller and smaller. We watch the same news channels. We watch the same movies. We hear the same stuff.
Sure.
We see the same clothes, same architecture, the same. We're influenced more or less by the same things. So I put out a commentary, whether arrangement-wise or production-wise. It's bound to have an affinity with something else out there. Someone said, as artists, there's like a stream, unconscious stream of ideas that all the artists plug into, and so sometimes we get the same.
There's a merge of ideas.
All of that being true, it's like jokes, like at least on my side, right? I mean, excuse me, you want to tell a joke, and a lot of jokes are based on current events, right? So if you have, and I don't consider myself a comedian, but, you know, I want to be funny. I want to be funny on the show. I want to be funny on my radio show. So we take a current event and you make fun of it. You tell me a million comics out there in the world who are also targeting that event that no two men will have the same joke or the same kind of punchline. There's only, it's only so many options you have, and then you know, because so many people are drawn to it, we're gonna have the same joke, and people say, "Oh, you just stole that joke." Not really. It's like I only had like 5 punchlines to work with, and there's a million of us who want a piece at that.
There's this is pretty much the very minor drawback of having the internet and everyone's plugged in. Think of a band name. Good luck finding a band name that's unique. Think of think of a name for a store,
right?
For a bicycle store or a clothing line. Good luck finding
done or taken.
Yes, right. But that doesn't mean. And this is where true nationalism comes in. You know, we're citizens of the world, so we have to also be citizens of the world and contribute to the universal pool of art and of ideas. We want to be proud also of where we come from, right? That's where we try to encourage being authentic. So even if I like a certain style and fuse it with something else that inspires me, I try to put my own commentary based on where I'm from. And that's as real as one can get. The goal for an artist is not to be original, because only God can be original, you know? We're all standing on the shoulders of giants. We all, even Einstein, had to use 1 + 1 = 2 or whatever that someone else thought of. Communication is based on unoriginality. When I say fire, you know it's hot. You know what it is because it's been used before.
It's been established. That's right.
It's been established. So we have to know this. And if we really want to encourage our local artists, local actors and actresses, local inventors, local journalists or DJs, we want to also acknowledge that just because it's similar to something somewhere that came out somewhere else, it's not original anymore. We have a funny habit of doing that, and we think we're doing our country a favor by pointing it out. Oh, it's like that. A photographer takes a shot of, say, Georgina Wilson or whatever, anchors, and
good choice.
Puts out a magazine and completely a concept that they just that sprung from their brainstorming, and then it turns out to for one reason or another looks like something else, diba? Sometimes sometimes we do homage. That's fine. Sometimes it's just coincidence, but automatically Filipinos think we're inferior and we're copying your joke just because it's the same joke that Letterman cracks. You automatically copied him. It's just there's a thin line between doing your country a favor by pointing out the real copycats that are really lazy and have no effort in putting out original stuff, authentic stuff. And there's and on the other side of that thin line is just people being trolls, you know, and not being able to produce their own content and pretending to be experts.
That's why Twitter sometimes, man, it's so like, at least on my part, because that's my communication.
I can
online
imagine you, man. Woo! You're like internet superstar. It's just...
No. It's just, I mean, if the devil had a website, it would be called Twitter, man. Just because like, you put something out there and you read it, and it'll mess with your brain when it comes to how people would critique you and how you got to be just tough about it. You know, we got to take a commercial break though. It's all good stuff. Rico Blanco on the show. We got some great questions ready to go as well. When we come back, I have things I want to talk about with Rico, like his acting career. Like, you know, how fulfilling is that? Plus, we'll talk a little bit more music. Whole lot of show left. It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast, of course, brought to you by Globe. Taking a break. Back after this. Don't go away. Couple minutes.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
Rockstar text friends. Always on call friends. Not just Facebook friends. Bring them all together with Go Only 30 from Globe Prepaid. Go call, go text, go share. For only 30 pesos a day, don't just get a network of friends, go get a globe of them. Go make it happen with Go Only 30. Go lang ng go.
Hey podcasters, Mo here. You ever watch the podcast, right? And you're sitting there and you're looking at our female celebrity guest and you're looking at her skin and you're like, wow, I'd love to have that complexion. Well, your answer is this. Glutamax, the official skin whitening partner of Miss Earth International. Available in capsules, soaps, lotion, deodorant, and face cream. Bikutis Mayaman with Glutamax. It's available in leading drugstores and supermarkets nationwide.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Were you the one who posted, James, regarding the guidelines when it comes to checkpoints?
Yes, I was.
That's fantastic.
Yes, I just made it up, but I thought it was this time of year, right? Elections. You never let the truth get in the way of a good story, okay? Children, do not follow this at home. I'm just kidding. Just so you know your rights. If you do get stopped by a checkpoint,
you are not allowed
we're able to verify all of
them.
these, James.
You're not allowed to run over them. That didn't make it here. So technically... Now, number 2. Upon approach, slow down. I guess that counts as not running them over. Dim headlights and turn on cabin lights. Okay.
Cabin lights.
Mm-hmm. Lock all doors of vehicles during inspection. Since lock.
They might get pissed off because you're locking.
But that's the
doors.
thing.
Okay.
This is where they get you. And this is actually, I know we're making fun of it a little bit, but this is a serious issue. We've seen some people genuinely harassed. Drugs are planted and other things, a Justin Bieber CD is planted, which is even worse.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I've heard of that, And there's no defense for that. There's really no defense. Yeah, it's like, but Your Honor, we found this. Throw the book at him. And the CD as well.
Then after that you have to submit your cell phone and everything. Yeah. And next thing you know, you have a Justin Bieber ringtone.
Catch James Deacon and the boys on Counterflow Wednesdays, 7:30 to 8:30, only here on The Factory.
Hey, Mo Twister here. All right, podcasters, listen up because this is really, really important. Major Homes brings you unique and creative developments, giving you a real chance at a sure, affordable, and hassle-free investment. Invest in your future today. Call 0917-517-4287. Major Homes is here.
Sabrina's Kitchen is going to be back in your kitchen.
Sabrina, we're hungry.
Okay, it's coming. Every Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Lifestyle Network. Where else?
Podcasters, listen up. Big announcement. The Chevrolet Sonic is a dependable 5-seater subcompact vehicle, and it delivers sufficient power, fuel efficiency, refined ride and handling, and a remarkable entertainment system. The Sonic is the perfect Chevrolet vehicle for those who are looking to make their daily city commute or weekend getaway drives more fun and exciting. It comes in 2 great body styles, the 5-door hatchback and a 4-door sedan. Equipped with a new 1.4-liter Ecotec engine with double continuous variable cam phase, that's CVC, the Chevy Sonic provides efficient power and quality driving performance. Now, to further highlight the youthful, sporty, and fun characteristics of the Sonic, Chevrolet has equipped the compact sedan with high-tech convenient features such as Bluetooth connectivity and audio streaming capabilities that are commonly found only on high-trim compact sedans. The Chevrolet Sonic is available at all Chevrolet dealers. It comes with a Chevrolet 5-year warranty, 3-year free roadside assistance, and the services of a 24/7 Chevy hotline.
My girlfriend says she hates me.
It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered. Follow us on Twitter at GTWM Podcast and visit www.motwister.com.
Back on the podcast here, of course, it's Good Times with Mo, the podcast season 2, brought to you by Globe on this Monday night, 18th of February, even off air. The passionate Rico Blanco talking about the whole the conversation we had before the commercial break was
we have an illustrator
originality.
We have an illustrator.
But let me ask you, Rico, before we take calls again, and I don't want the whole show to be about this topic, but it is a very interesting conversation. Tito Soto, last year then, if it was last year, yeah, so latter part of last year with this whole the RH bill, it being taken, what seemed to be word for word and translated from the Kennedy. That's not originality anymore, right? That's just fucking taking it and just putting it in Tagalog, right? It was word for word.
Kung translate, sorry, I don't wanna.
Yeah.
Hindi ko kasi I wasn't able to follow the whole thing because it was uninteresting to me.
I was gonna say it's politics. It's like
no, I'm interested in where the country should be going and all that stuff, but just showbiz politics, it's not interesting to me. I think there are a lot of broad strokes that we should be focusing on, and the RH bill was one of those important things.
Sure.
But this side show, parang to me, what do you expect, Tito? So I mean, seriously, come on, diba? So.
That's right.
I mean, it was uninteresting to me. But, tama, if you copied something na talagang, let's say yung music, talagang pareho talaga, instrumentation, arrangement, chords, binago mo siguro, at tas hindi mo in-acknowledge, meron naman talagang ganon. But if yung sounds like, or seems like, we have an illustrator pala here, it's also similar in their world. You draw a face of a cartoon, I'm sure may makakapareho yan, di ba?
That's right. Right. Yeah, I got you. All right, let's take some calls here. Rico Blanco on the program. Phone number is 478-7954. You can also catch us on Skype. And why don't we take a Skype call, since the Skype people have been plentiful questions and they've been on hold for a long time. Let's start with Kimmy, who is 23, has a question specifically for Rico Blanco. And Kimmy's from Taguig. What's going on, love? Welcome to the program. Kimmy?
Hello.
Hi, Kimmy. How are you?
Hello.
I'm fine.
Okay. Your question for Rico.
Yung question ko po, ano po yung parang difference mo po sa ibang musician?
No, that's really not for me to say. Hindi po ako yung siguro yung difference kayo na lang magsabi. And I try not to think of that when I do something, kailangan maiba. Hindi. I just, ginagawa ko lang yung gusto kong gawin. Tapos, gusto ko, ini-enjoy ko yung music na ginagawa ko. Yun lang.
Thanks for the call, Kimmy. I want to just follow up on a couple things when it comes to the industry. You're not going to get along with everybody in any industry, whether it be you, me, Dr. Ken right there sitting next to you. Yeah. And parang when it comes to showbiz, there's a lot more obvious, I guess, opinions about somebody who dislikes you or likes you and stuff like that. When you hear about the negative things that are said about you, Rico, from your peers, how does that affect you? Because it comes from the industry. Or maybe there isn't, but there certainly is for me, and I don't know about Ken. Maybe there might be in the medical field for him as well. When you hear those things coming from people in your industry, if you have heard those things, does it affect you a lot?
Actually, what's happening is the other way around. I hear a lot of noise from whatever, just talk everywhere, and then some are nice. There are some negative from maybe critics or music experts. But then I turn to my peers. When they text me out of the blue, Raymond Marasigan texts me out of the blue, I heard your new song, I love it, and he doesn't have to do that.
That's true.
Or Chito Miranda, I'll have him come over before I release it, before I submit the master of my album. Pakinggan mo naman, ano tingin mo? And he loves it. You know, when I hear Ellie say nice things about me, it's few people in the industry whom I really respect, and it's all that matters to me. They like my stuff, and I'm thrilled. Honestly, kasi I find it really hard to impress myself. So, mas malaking challenge for me to impress myself musically than to care about all these other so-called experts na, frankly, I don't know what their backgrounds are because, I haven't heard any of their work, But if it's someone whose work I love and he says, I don't really dig your stuff, then maybe, I don't know, I haven't heard that. But siguro yun hindi rin eh. Hindi rin talaga. I just really don't care. I don't, it's just, it just excites, it thrills me when peers from the industry say nice things about my music because I know they don't have to. They don't have to text me. That's probably when they don't text me. That's probably when they don't like my stuff.
So wait, hold on, Rico. Okay. Let me ask you because I know we got a lot of calls here, but you're unique and I'm very interesting. You seem like you carry yourself with a little bit of low self-esteem. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, like you've put yourself down a couple times today, and I feel like if I had your ability and your resume with my personality, I would be the most mayabang person in the fucking world. Just because, but you tend to kind of put not. I mean, you're not digging your grave or anything, but you're putting yourself down a little bit every now and then tonight. And is that how you are? I mean, do you kind of
low self-esteem?
You must know you're awesome, though, right?
Hindi rin. I wouldn't say low.
That's low self-esteem to me.
No, I wouldn't say low self-esteem because I still do get excited about when I know what I can do. I still get excited about it. I have a concept in my head, and I know how great a party my new live act is going to be. It's something different, something that will excite me, and I think it will rub off on people. I still get excited. I have an idea for a song. I still get excited. So I know what I can do. I just think I'm overrated. That's all.
I think this.
Wow, that's a statement.
I think our gentleman,
that's a crazy statement.
The gentleman beside me is very humble. I just think he has very high standards. That it sounds like he's putting himself down, but he has very high standards. And he's very humble.
Yeah,
that's
but to say you're overrated, Rico, from you is about as wild of a statement I'm going to hear all week. Just because we all know. I mean, okay. I don't know how many people are in studio right now because obviously I'm in Los Angeles and I don't even know how many people work for us. But let's just say there's 10 people in studio right now next to you. You will not find one person there who thinks you are overrated. You are such a contribution to not just the industry, but to our lives, to the country, to the fucking...
No, that's too much.
You get what I mean?
That's too much. I just make songs, man. I just
Rico,
make songs.
You make songs. But okay, we had Bamboo on the show last week, right?
People enjoy the songs, some of the songs, not even all of them, maybe one or two.
But no.
I'm not trying to be parang pahumble effect here.
I don't agree. I don't...
I think
I don't
had
agree.
this...
I can hear...
I had this argument.
I'm cutting you off, goddammit.
Okay.
I listened to your song yesterday, one of the songs you were responsible for that you wrote or something, and the joy it brings to my life in a moment where, for example, I'll be honest, my father is dying, right? So I spend all my time, when I'm not on this show and I'm on my radio show, I spend all my time with my father because he's going down. And when we were listening to one of your songs, 3 days ago, and it just kind of for 3 minutes or 4 minutes just doesn't feel so shitty. And that, my friend, is a contribution to our lives that maybe you don't know every single time that happens because there's so many people around the world listening to your material, but don't ever say that you're overrated.
What song?
It was Himala, that we were listening to.
Well, you see, when people like you tell me stories like that, makes everything worth it,
Right, but then when I hear you say, "Oh no, come on, man! I just write songs," like, "No, Rico, come on,
I know, but
contribution to our lives."
But I don't think it's any more important than what the next guy is doing. I had a really long argument 3 times already with my friend who's a top lawyer here, litigation lawyer. He hasn't lost a case. He thinks what I'm doing is more important than what he's doing. And I don't agree because, if he can send a big corporation to jail, whatever, for violating the rights of workers, I think it's just as important as what I'm doing. It's just we're all doing our thing. Your show, man. You're touching a lot of lives. You're helping 16-year-old kids with their problems. It might seem small to us, but it's huge to them. It's another life you're touching, man. I think we're all doing our thing. I'm just a musician. And
Fair enough.
That's all I'm saying.
No, all right, fair enough. Good point. Let's go to line 2. Jacob, 20 years old, been on hold forever, and he's on. He's from the gig as well. Thanks for being on the program, Jacob. You have Rico Blanco here, Dr. Ken. What's
Hello.
up? Hey.
Hi. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening. Do it. What do you
got? I have a question for everyone.
Sure.
How do you handle depression?
Wow. I'm not good with depression. I
think you should.
I suck at it. Rico, how say you?
I'd say if it's real depression,
I like personal.
You go see help.
Yeah.
Professional.
I've done it.
Professional.
Now,
help.
wait. Are you depressed, Jacob? Because you don't really sound like it. I mean, maybe you have problems that everybody else has. But I've heard depression on this program before. I've been around depression. It is different, man. There's a different soul to it.
Yeah, like personal or something related. Actually, it's related to money and personal issue like that.
Sure.
Okay, well, regardless of whatever it's related to, I mean, you're going to get depressed based on how it, relative to how it affects you. But are you currently depressed?
For 2 weeks already.
Okay, see, it's even hard to say that that's depression. You're just having a bad run, And when you say depressed, what are you talking about? Because I'm talking clinically depressed. Like
that's what
darkness depressed. You're just having a bad fortnight. Okay, how does it affect you, depression?
You still get sleep? You still eat? You still...
Yeah, of course.
You get your 8 hours?
No, actually, I cannot elaborate it because, sorry, someone is listening right now, so I cannot.
Bulang. Just say yes or no. Nakakatulog ka ba?
Yeah.
So, okay ka pa, kumakain ka?
Little na lang.
Yun lang. Kasi para sa akin, if pag napapabayaan mo na yung pagtulog mo tsaka pagkain mo, it will take a toll on your...
There were sleepless night, but I tried naman to sleep.
Kasi pagka tuloy-tuloy, I think sa atin medyo malakas yung stigma ng
right.
you go see a doctor for your for your psych issues. But I think it's a healthy thing to do. Even yung check-up lang na pupunta ka sa hospital para pa-check kung okay yung health mo. I think more people should be doing. I posted an Instagram photo of myself with dextrose on. Nagpa-check up ako sa hospital. Everyone's like, ano nangyari sa'yo? Ano nangyari sa'yo? It's an executive check-up. We should all do it once in a while. I mean, what's wrong with these people? I mean, pa-check up.
Yeah.
Yung sa'yo, baka naman nalulungkot ka lang.
Yeah, actually, I'm also planning to do that. Maybe this week.
Wala namang masama.
But I really want to elaborate why I'm feeling this way. But
sure.
You cannot.
Unfortunately, I cannot tell you. But maybe I just call you some other time to elaborate.
Another time.
You're doing the right thing.
When it comes to money.
But he's doing the right thing. Sorry,
when it comes to money matters and stuff like that,
we
all go through it.
Personal life and actually,
right, okay. Listen, if it's
yes.
Well, hold on. If we all go you have to establish we all have problems with money. We all have problems with personal lives and stuff like that. When it gets to a level, though, what Rico said, it starts to affect the way you live your daily life in the necessities, the food, the sleep. It's taking a toll on your health. That's when it really does become alarming. You can look for solace, advice, whatever it may be from your friends, from shows like ours. And unfortunately, you can't tell us the story, and we can't really give you our 2 cents. But try to use these avenues to get out of the rut that you're in. And then if you really find yourself in a month that has not changed and you're really in the shit, then, you can go and see a psychologist if you'd like, it costs money. I mean, realistically, it can get a little pricey. So I'd say, I'd say let's pick the brains of your friends because we've all had problems. You don't know what kind of contribution your friend can give to your problem that might be the solution to it, We have 3 gentlemen here on the show, if I may call myself one, and that we could have helped you, but unfortunately right now we can't. But hey, call back. You never know. We might be able to
all right. Anyway, it's really a big help for me to talk to someone like you guys because, to be honest, I'm about to I'm about to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
But thank you for for talking to me.
Jacob, listen. Last year I had the shittiest year of my life, man. Even right now, I'm going through a little tough time. But that's more a reality because my father's old and stuff. But last year was tough. You might have known, Jacob. And I was at a psychologist 4 hours a week, 4 times. So 4 times a week, I was at a psychologist just so I could survive it. I mean, there weren't thoughts of suicide, but there were thoughts of like, I went from 155 pounds to 135. I haven't been 135 since I was 15. I wasn't going outside of my room. I wasn't, because of the whole abortion thing. And it really affected me because it was completely against what I believed in. And it brought me to a place that, fuck, man, I thought I was never going to get out of. Jacob, I'm here. I got Rico Blanco on the program, talking to you. Life is better. I bought a house. Man, when I was stuck in my room thinking this shit was over, I never thought that in a year I'd have a new home. I'd have my show back where I feel good about it. You get what I mean? The suicide option is not a great option because, man, next year you never know how different your life is going to be. And you're 20 years old. You can recover from any financial blow at your age and still become... Oh, sorry, 20. Yeah, well, different conversation. No, really, that's still incredibly young. I'm 7 years older than you are. I'm not even going to ask Rico how much older he is than you. You get what I mean? We recover. We're at an age where we can recover, and you're going to be fine. Don't kill yourself.
All right.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Hang in. No worries. Michael, 21. Parañaque. Michael has a question about his girlfriend's annoying vagina. Michael, you're on a cell phone. Welcome to the program. How could we help?
Hi, Mo.
Hi. What's up?
Hi, hello.
Yes, hi. Go.
Yes. So I have a problem with my girlfriend.
Sure.
We've been together for about 6 months now, and every time we're having sex or before we even start doing it, she has this excessive dripping of fluid in her vagina.
Excessive dripping. You ever smell it? Have you smelled it yet? Does it smell like pee?
Good question.
No.
How does it smell like?
I have a normal dick, And even starts with with only one kiss. With one kiss.
Wow, what a party!
How old is she?
Life is for the living. But okay, hold on.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 20.
Does she clean it?
What? Hello?
Does she clean it?
Does she clean it, Michael?
No, she's cleaning it.
Okay. Then if it's
yeah, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying.
Why is it annoying for you?
No, because it's dripping.
You only see it's dripping when she's naked, right? And it's
What?
I don't understand.
Okay, hold on, time out. Michael, I don't think you could hear us clearly because your cell phone. Hold on, Ken.
Yeah.
As a doctor, is there a medical problem present in your opinion here?
It doesn't make sense that he is saying it's dripping like it's like a faucet. It is impossible to do that.
She'd be peeing. Right? Then she would be peeing.
Yeah. So there are several glands in the vaginal area that's for the protection of the vagina and to ready it for sex. And the other fluid is pee. So if you're saying that it's dripping like a faucet, I do not believe you. And if it's like, what annoys you, I don't understand. It's like dripping. That's normal. Probably you're seeing her dripping when you're about to get sex or she's excited. But when why? How do you see it?
Michael, be honest. Is it really dripping? Like, I mean, you get what I mean? Is it waterworks?
It's clear liquid and it's dripping in her thigh.
So it's really rolling down her thigh. That's awesome.
Baka ihi na
sounds like a medical problem.
Well, kung nagdi-drip yon, probably she's incontinent. She's not able to hold her bladder. That's what I'm thinking. Kasi kung maaamoy mo mabaho, then there's something wrong. It could be an STD.
No.
Kung hindi siya mabaho,
walang mabaho. Walang mabaho. It's just a clear liquid.
Baka ihi din yun. Pwede rin siyang ihi, no? This is what you do. If it's annoying you, be honest with her, have it checked, examine that fluid. If it's an incontinent, nangyayari pag nauubo siya, it happens to old women. Like, it's very unlikely that your girlfriend will have it. Pag nauubo ka, biglang hindi mo ma-hold yung bladder mo, may ihi ka. It happens.
Happens to me when I fart. Yeah.
Make sure it's not a big problem.
Michael.
Go to a doctor.
Let's establish that it's not a medical problem. I don't know how you want to approach her about it, but you can say, hey, listen, I was listening to Mo's show about squirting, for example, and you tend to be really, really wet. I mean, are you really? You get what I mean?
I really want to know what's happening. It's kind of annoying for me.
Has she brought it up? Has she said, "Oh, babe, excuse me, I'm medyo..."
Yeah. I said it to her. Sinabi ko sa kanya, tapos parang hindi ko alam kung na-offend siya, pero parang nagkakaroon kami ng problema sa relationship namin about that. Parang minsan ayaw na niya makipag-sex, ganyan. Pero wala naman, hindi siya mabaho, hindi siya greenish, discharge. Siya, clear lang talaga.
Malagkit ba o parang tubig?
Parang tubig.
Ayun na nga eh. Most likely yan eh. Jingle yan, bro. So go see.
Rico, ever come across this, Rico, before in your time? No.
No.
Oh, tsaka be sensitive when you tell it to her. Parang hindi siya.
Yeah, don't say it in that douche way that you're telling it to us now. Make sure.
Annoy. Wag sabihin sa kanya na annoy ka kasi.
Or you tell it like you're concerned. Diba? You're concerned. Oh, I think
that's a good point.
I'm concerned about you.
Kung mahal mo yung girlfriend mo ba yun? Diba you said she's your girlfriend, and you should be.
Girlfriend ko.
Kung mahal mo siya, gusto mo healthy siya, kung may problema siya, tulungan mo siya doon.
Yeah,
wag kang ma-annoy. Don't get annoyed.
Yeah, because Michael, I'm sure that if I saw your penis, I could find something that I'm annoyed about. And you get what I mean? It's like you don't have the perfect sack either. So let's not use terms like that. The Rico brings a solid point. If you really care about your girlfriend, it's not annoying. It's just you're concerned would be the better terminology. Yeah. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, dickhead. Whew.
Doon ako nagtaka yung annoyed eh.
Baka wrong choice of words lang. Baka he was just trying to be...
Baka concerned nga siya.
Oo, concerned.
Yeah. I think he's just being cool. He's like, oh, listen, hey, let's talk to Rico Blanco here. I gotta go out. I gotta pretend like this is, I'm a man. And, that's what it was. I hope he really doesn't believe it. Let's go to Ron, who is on line 3, and then we'll take a commercial break. Ron, you're 22 years old. You're in Parañaque. Welcome to the show. Rico Blanco here. What's up?
Guys.
Hey, man.
Hey, guy.
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's up?
I called last week the MMA fighter, the MMA guy.
Okay, all right, yeah, sure. What do you got? Yeah, you're kind of getting aroused by guys you're fighting.
I tried your advice and went to the bags, but I had a new problem.
Wait, hold on. Let me establish what's going on here with Rico so he understands. Really quickly. Rico, this guy called a few weeks ago. He said that he's into mixed martial arts, and he's starting to have homosexual feelings for some of the guys that he fights. And I was asking, is it a specific guy, or is it just guys in general? Is it guys in general? Because, they're wearing skimpy, underwear, balls. So it's kind of like when he's got them on a rear naked chokehold and he's got, like, the guy's face next to his genitals, he kind of gets turned on, that he ends up having an erection in the middle of the fight, and he's really embarrassed about it. And then he mixed with the terminology like "you're my bitch" and all of that stuff when they're fighting. They trash talk. It turns him on.
Okay.
Yeah, it turns him on. So he wants to know if this is a problem or not. All right. So this is the follow up. All right, Ron. What was my advice to you? I completely forgot anyway.
I should hit the bags, avoid.
Yeah, that's right.
The mat.
The guys. For now, that's right. Because when you have an erection while you're fighting, and not too safe for your genitals. All right. Anyway, so you hit the bags, and then what?
It helped. It helped me avoid the other guys. But I have a new problem.
He still has to
spar.
Yeah.
So there's this guy I met in the gym.
Yeah.
He looks like fucking Erwan on steroids. He asked me out for coffee. Then he told me that I was kind of special because he was noticing me back when we were at the gym. And of course,
sure,
having discovered my sexuality, I imprinted on him. I mean,
werewolf ka ba?
Naging panatag ako sa kanya.
Sure.
Naging magaang yung loob ko sa kanya. So over the weekend, stuff happened. We had we had sex.
At least may kasparing ka.
I had no intention of starting to like this guy, but I did.
Just imagine what they
my
were like in the
dismay-
bedroom.
Tanungin mo na mo.
Yeah, what's the question?
Anal
What's the
ba?
question?
Anal ba? O ano?
Yeah, was it anal sex? Were you giving? Were you bottom,
yeah,
top?
anal. My first.
Yeah,
hospital
were
ka
you
ba?
bottom or were you top?
I'm on the bottom.
All right. Hey, rockstar. Awesome. Good stuff. Okay, and then?
And then...
Hindi ka na hospital?
Stuff happened. I like the guy. Naging panatag ako ng sobra.
You imprinted on him.
To my dismay, yung kinabukasan, di natulog nga ako sa kanila. I overheard him talk to his roommates na yung boyfriend daw niya papunta na sa kanila. Ngayon, paano daw ako paalisin doon na parang subtle lang daw.
Ron, first of all, I don't believe you anymore that this is the biggest horseshit story of all time. But secondly, what's the question anyway?
And what will I do next? I mean...
Regarding what?
I'm so gullible.
Excuse me?
Ron, okay. You know what the Geneva Convention of Broadcast Ethics is? Now that I know you're lying, you have to admit you're lying. Because even if you say this is true, I still think you're lying. Are you making this stupid story up?
No.
You're fucking lying, Ron. I'm sorry. There's no question. I don't hear the question. What do you want to ask us?
I don't know what to do. What if I'm
You're
gonna
not in the
still
room
pursue
anymore,
this guy?
right? You're obviously
you're here,
obviously
right?
survived
Exactly.
that episode, right? Because you're not in the room anymore.
This was last weekend. You're alive on a Monday night and you're at home.
Did
What's
you
the
beat
question?
him up? Did you beat the boyfriend up? And are you in jail now, or what's the situation now? Baka nag-ano lang, sharing update.
Ron, are you guilty that you cheated on someone else's boyfriend? Are you?
Yeah, I feel angry that he didn't told me from the get-go that he has a boyfriend.
Okay, so what do you want to happen? What's the question? You got, it happens where
do
people
I tell
cheat.
the guy or should I just let go?
Yeah, tell the guy, man.
Tell the guy.
Yeah, I agree with Mo. Yeah.
Dude, okay, get some more action in your life.
Suggestion ko, sparring na
Yeah, MMA.
walang
Yeah,
tap out.
Wala.
Talagang
Akin ka, mahal. Ganon. Akin ka, mahal.
Mortal Kombat style, all right?
Paglaban mo yung pagmamahal mo.
Hey, listen, Ron, if it's up to you, man. If you feel like this guy, the truth needs to come out to the partner so he knows what kind of person this guy's involved with, then fine. You do know that it's going to create. Now, if this is a true story, and I don't think it's a true story, but let's just say other people are in the same situation where they're porking MMA buddies and whatnot. It's up to you on whether you want to do the right thing, which is come clean and come forth and say, hey, listen, this happened. I didn't feel comfortable with it, blah, blah, blah. Or you can just approach the guy and say, I didn't appreciate that you did this, blah, blah. You're no longer buddies. Well, you get what I mean. It's like you have options. It depends on what you want to do. Right now, at this state, you and this guy are not going to be boyfriend. And that's how it's going to be. It could be a casual sex thing. It could be a friends with benefits thing. You could be a guy on the side. You have all of these options that you have at your disposal on how you want to treat this situation. All right? If you feel guilty about it, then come clean to the guy. Ask him, are you not happy in your relationship? Maybe you should give him some advice about how he handles his own, and then move on from there.
Yeah. Just be careful so you don't get really hurt.
Yeah.
All right?
Physically.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man. Have a good one. What a weird call, dude.
Dude, how do you know it's not real? I'm so gullible.
Genius yan si Mo. 15 years ba? 15 years?
I don't know. It's like you take so many calls.
Naawa na. Parang, no?
You take so many calls on the radio that hear, and I do it for a while, and you just hear every story imaginable.
Okay.
And then when you hear a story that's extremely unique like this, and he's not telling it well, then you're like, okay, no. Because the story is so unique that if I was telling it, I'd have a little bit more, I don't know, was it confidence or what? Like, we've had stories. For example, we had a girl call. She was like 17 years old, right? And she was like, hi, I'm 17. I'm from Alabang. Rich girl, da-da-da. And she fucked the security guard at the subdivision, like the one who, outside. And I'm like, this is so true. This is because the delivery was spot on. And she sounded like a 17-year-old. And so you knew that, like, while their imagination is wild, they wouldn't be able to pull off that sequence of storytelling unless they're fucking exceptional. This guy was all over the place, you know, and maybe that's why it didn't sound real to me. But what's always great about it being bogus is there never know. There might be somebody out there that's actually happening to them, so we still address it. Anyway, it is a Monday night. We have still some calls to go. Rico Blanco on the program. Again, I still want to talk about the acting and all that stuff. I promise we'll do that right after the
We don't
commercial
have
break.
to.
I'd like to, though.
Okay.
I really do, because I mean, another chapter or different chapter in your career. It's intriguing. Taking a break. Back after this. Don't go away.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
There are text friends. Always on call friends. Not just Facebook friends. Bring them all together with Go Only 30 from Globe Prepaid. Go call, go text, go share. For only 30 pesos a day, don't just get a network of friends, go get a globe of them. Go make it happen with Go Only 30. Go lang ng go.
Hey podcasters, Mo here. You ever watch the podcast, right? And you're sitting there and you're looking at our female celebrity guest and you're looking at her skin and you're like, wow, I'd love to have that complexion. Well, your answer is this. Glutamax, the official skin whitening partner of Miss Earth International. Available in capsules, soaps, lotion, deodorant, and face cream. Bikutis mayaman with Glutamax. It's available in leading drugstores and supermarkets nationwide.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Now we're gonna show you guys the new beta that just came out yesterday. Is God of War Ascension, the private beta
for PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus.
Let's watch it. Right? It's Enrique playing already.
Yes.
Yep. There you go. And perfect timing. Perfect timing. But before that, I was kicking ass. So go with the theme of the show, how not to play.
It's Robot Rice and Friends with Alfonso Martinez, Mickey Han, and Nigel Zalameo. Fridays, 6 to 7 p.m. Only here on The Factory.
Hey, Mo Twister here. All right, podcasters, listen up because this is really, really important. Major Homes brings you unique and creative developments, giving you a real chance at a sure, affordable, and hassle-free investment. Invest in your future today. Call 0917-517-4287. Major Homes is here.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Pechay. Pechay nila. Kung mahaba ang carpet ng pechay, she will start with the pechay.
Oo,
if it's kung mahaba yung hair, di ba masakit?
Hindi, ginuputin ko muna ng konti.
Kailangan trim mo ng pitan muna.
Tsaka pagka kasi yung mga tsaka pechay pala, pechay. Tsaka mga yun ang mga nakikita ko. Mga yan. Ang palaya ba? Ang palaya. Hindi, na lang. Ay, upo naman talaga eh.
Upo na lang.
Upo. Kalaki naman niya.
Ano ba yan? Diba?
Parang ng kabayo. Parang ng kabayo.
Lintik ng kabayo! Ay, Tirso!
Join your host, Carrots Nazareno, on Live, Love, Lols every Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30, only here on The Factory.
Sabrina's Kitchen is going to be back in your kitchen.
Sabrina, we're hungry!
Okay, it's coming! Every Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Lifestyle Network. Where else?
Podcasters, listen up. Big announcement. The Chevrolet Sonic is a dependable 5-seater subcompact vehicle, and it delivers sufficient power, fuel efficiency, refined ride and handling, and a remarkable entertainment system. The Sonic is the perfect Chevrolet vehicle for those who are looking to make their daily city commute or weekend getaway drives more fun and exciting. It comes in 2 great body styles, the 5-door hatchback and a 4-door sedan. Equipped with a new 1.4-liter Ecotec engine with double continuous variable cam phase, that's CVC, the Chevy Sonic provides efficient power and quality driving performance. Now, to further highlight the youthful, sporty, and fun characteristics of the Sonic, Chevrolet has equipped the compact sedan with high-tech convenient features such as Bluetooth connectivity and audio streaming capabilities that are commonly found only on high-trim compact sedans. The Chevrolet Sonic is available at all Chevrolet dealers. It comes with a Chevrolet 5-year warranty, 3-year free roadside assistance, and the services of a 24/7 Chevy hotline.
My girlfriend says she hates me.
Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered. Follow us on Twitter at GTWM Podcast and visit www.motwister.com.
Back on the show, it is Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2. Of course, brought to you by Globe. Win yourself a bunch of phones here on the program. Last episode, we gave away an iPhone 5. We still have Blackberries and all that other good stuff to give away here on the show. Phone number 478-7954 if you want to call. You can also catch us on Skype, The Good Times Podcast. Our guest is, and I said it earlier, genius-level talent, Rico Blanco. You can follow him on Twitter at Rico Blanco. Of course, whenever his music is out, you all enjoy it. Go ahead and support it. The live shows, the albums. He's on television.
It's
he's
on
acting.
iTunes.
Rico,
the new album is on iTunes.
Perfect.
They're online, right?
So great. So when you're downloading the podcast, why don't you go ahead and check out Rico Blanco's album as well. Now, Rico, before the show, and again, you told me it was very difficult to describe. And then I'm going to be the great broadcaster by asking you again to describe it this time on air. But you were saying your live shows are very different these days. And it's a challenge to describe how different they are. But is there any way, whether it be an explanation, a description, something meets this, meets that, in that kind of style? But what is a Rico Blanco performance like in 2013? If you can.
It's, okay. We try to use the same rock stage that the other bands use.
Mm-hmm.
So we use the guitar amps. I'll just describe it this way. And
yeah.
So we use that, but I don't have a drummer. I don't have a guitar player. I don't have a bass player. I have a group of three Ati-Atihan drummers with me, and a DJ, synthesizer, backup vocalist, who triggers some of the programming I did with music and syncs the video that shows up on the video wall that we have behind us. We have a lighting director. We have costumes. We're dressed in Ati-Atihan. I have face paint.
Wow.
And we have choreography. There's a bit of acting. It's like a rock / theater show / DJ set with, I don't know what to call it. I just call it Galactic Festamatic, because that's
right.
that's
that's
the
the
genre.
name of the album as well, right, or something like that.
Yeah, that's why we call it. It's futuristic, but it's tribal.
Now, this sounds like it takes a long time to put together. In these music festivals and stuff like that, this means you can't go middle set. I mean, you can't go in the middle of the con, right? You either have to do it in the beginning or the end, right? Just because
we can.
It's a technical nightmare. It sounds like
it seems that way, but I've thought about it. Maybe more than 6 months preparation. Until our first show. I conceived it around January, finished the album, so I focused on the music first, finished it around April, and then the first show was about September. And we had 3 times a week, 10 hours per rehearsal, with the boys. So for a couple months, it's a nightmare, but I've planned it in such a way that eventually, we're still getting there, eventually we can come in just before our set, plug the stuff in, do our thing, and leave. If we sort things out, it will be easier to set up than a 3-piece rock band.
Wow, really?
But, of course, we're not there now, and this means I have to be in the venue at sometimes 11 a.m. or 1 p.m., and I'm playing at midnight. And I'm there throwing a fit, week in, week out. But we're learning. The group is getting better. And so...
Where's the best way to... where's the best, whether it be a website or maybe you're even your own Twitter account, if we want to see this? I mean, it sounds very, very exciting.
There's some pictures on my Instagram feed or Twitter or Facebook, but those are just pictures. There's some stuff on YouTube, but the sound quality isn't,
You just gotta be there.
You gotta be there. Some people saw it on. Some peers have seen it on, like, say, Papa Dom saw it. He told me on YouTube and some other musicians. But then when they saw it live, they tell me it's different, that they have to see it live. Or even Mong said he saw it once. Mong of Sandwich and Chico Sai said he saw it once, but he was on the side and he had to be like in the center to really get it. But I like to think that it's something that I go the extra mile to give my fans who've been there forever, give them a reason to come to the shows again. I don't want to give them the same crap I've been giving them all these years. I can go and strap on my guitar and play the same way, but I don't think that's fair, to ask them to come again when they've seen that kind of show 100 times.
No, and the thing is, you've done things differently throughout your career. Like you've really kind of spiced things up, if I may use that kind of terminology. And people have always responded positively to it, right? I mean, from the beginning, like it was like, oh, Rico's doing that. Whoa, Rico's doing that, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't know if people have doubt or people like me believe in you that we know it's going to work, but it always just ends up working where everyone else is satisfied, impressed, and then celebrate your stuff. So. You get what I mean? It's like, sorry, go ahead.
This one time it didn't work. We had the River Maya remixed album. I think it was a little bit ahead of its time. We had a dance album. No, this was in 1997 or 98. We had all our songs remixed, and there were house tracks from some of the best DJs and producers locally. But that was maybe that didn't do well. So there were a few misses, but. Honestly, each time when I put out Your Universe and With Yugto as first single, and this time again with this funny, if you saw the album cover, I have it here. It's me with face paint and like, this funny ati-atihan hat. And both occasions, I really wasn't expecting people to get it or like it. And I was fine with that. I just wanted to do what I really felt like doing. In fact, when I came back, there was no pressure because if it didn't do well, then I'd have my pass to go again and leave. People won't say, come back, do music, because I have an album. I would have had an album that flopped, right? So either way, I was like, okay, and if it does well, then okay, I'll do it. I guess that's pretty much how I want to do music these days.
Sounds good. All right, let's talk to, let's take some calls here. Let's start with V, who is on line 1. She's been on hold for a long time. Obese girl, she says, that resorts to a lot of casual sex. Hi, V, you're 33 in Manila. Rico Blanco here, Dr. Ken. What's going on, baby?
Hi, how are you?
Well, good. What's up?
I think I'm thinking like a man regarding with the relationship.
Sure. Tell us more.
Because I'm afraid for commitment. My last relationship is about 5 or maximum 5 months because I don't want to be bothered by mga arte-arte, ganon.
Okay.
That's maturity.
A lot of people find arte-arte to be actually kind of nice and fun and, fulfilling.
Like the last time is my boyfriend, may sakit lang siya. I have a work in the office. Want me to be there. Every time.
It says here, it says here that you're obese and that you have a ton of casual sex with just different partners. That's correct?
No, this time around, because I'm just talking the last relation I had. But today, I'm doing the casual sex. I'm obese, but I can get a guy if I want to. I have charm. I have a charming personality.
And you have a vagina. I mean, let's just be honest, right? Okay, so what's the question, love? This is all interesting. What do you got for us?
Because, Valentine's comes along, chu-chu-chu-chu. Parang magiging bitter ko or what. Parang, ba dapat talaga akong gawin?
I think Venus, okay, listen, because you're bitter during Valentine's, at least on my side, and we'll ask Rico and Ken here, but I think you're getting a lot, okay, you're really interesting, V, because you're doing one thing which I love, which is let's take a girl who's not textbook attractive, who not a lot of the hot guys hit on. I mean, okay, let's say we brought her up earlier, the Georgina Wilsons. If you look like Georgina, guys hit on you all day long. And if you're not attractive, you look at Georgina and you're like, man, I wonder what it would feel like to be that desirable. And my advice to let's just go ahead and say ugly chicks was have more sex than the hot girl, because that means you win. You know, right? I mean, like, you're never gonna look like her, and I'm never gonna look like Erwan on steroids and all of these things. How can I beat these guys when it comes to being? You know what? I'm gonna have more sex with them. I'm gonna have more sex than these people. I don't care if I'm porking ugly girls or you're gonna have sex with weird looking guys. Just the fact that in sheer numbers, it's gonna make me feel better, you know.
The thing is, parang kasing minsan I get tired of it. Parang ganun lang.
That's where we come in here, yeah, V. And then you bring up that but you know, when Valentine's comes around, I feel bitter and all these. It just shows that you're having a lot of unfulfilling sex. You're having and I think you're longing for it. I mean, I think everybody does. You're 33 and maybe part of it is your age, but I think also at a certain time when you have sex with 100 people and none of them have any emotion involved in it and any romance and all of these things, it's gonna start being crappy. And you want to look for something. You want to look for that chu-chu-chu-chu kaartehan that you were downplaying earlier, because I think you are bitter about it. And it's now time, V, to get into a relationship. And then, you start having even better sex because there's going to be this connection there. And it's, it's...
The thing is, I'm kasi, yung parang nakasanayan ko na this kind of, tawag dito, yung gawain ganyan. So, parang hindi ko na kayang magkaroon ng relationship.
Now you're putting yourself down. Rico, Ken, your thoughts on this?
Wait, you're saying ayaw mo ng relationship. So why are you bitter pag Valentine's?
I don't know.
Well, then you got to figure that out. Parang you want to have your cake and eat it too. I mean, like, do you want to have the no relationship, just sleeping around thing?
You really had to use that metaphor, Rico.
No pun intended. Well, slightly.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hindi, kasi diba, parang yun na nga eh.
Pagbutihin mo sa seryosong relationship. I mean, that's the only thing that will innovate your life. You've had casual sex and you're bored with it. Have a good sex, a love sex, somebody that you could stick with even if you feel that you're fat, something like that. Have a fat boyfriend.
Tapos kung ayaw mo talaga nun.
Ayoko.
Kung ayaw mo nun, huwag kang umangal na wala kang kasama sa bali.
Oh, yun nga.
Umangal.
Diba? Ganun lang. Ganun kasimple lang yan. Pinili mo yan eh, diba?
Hindi nga.
Pakatotoo tayo. Pinili mo yan.
That's a good point. Rico, solid point. It's come on, let's get realistic, V. You're downplaying relationships because you're not in one. And yes, that's bitterness. And while you're having a good time with countless partners because you're getting your sexual fix, it's an emptiness there when it comes. And you'd want casual sex is great, but if it's the only sex you're having, it's gonna start to suck.
Okay. And maybe, are you really being honest with yourself? Do you really not want to be in a relationship, or are you just saying that?
I want to be in the relationship.
There you go.
But I don't know how to be in the relationship.
There you go. Then that's a different.
Yeah, well, that's different. Yeah, and that's different because I mean, finding someone sometimes is really easy. Sometimes it takes a really long time, but it generally does happen eventually. And I think when you look at yourself, you're like, okay, I'm 33. Listen, maybe I'm never gonna get anyone. I mean, those thoughts might be going through your mind when you look at yourself in the mirror. But you have to.
I'm thinking that I will be an old maid.
Are you having a hard time finding a mate that will love you? Yes or no?
Probably because she's still single, but but here's the thing: don't think.
Why?
Here's the reason why thinking that way is dangerous. That I think I'm going to be an old maid. Then you're going to look negative, and nobody will really want to be in a relationship with you. Don't think about it that way. Listen. You have people that sleep with you, so at least you can bank on that. Like, hey, listen, I'm attractive. I'm attractive because I have guys who want me. Have a certain kind of positive outlook to it, because what you're doing is you're like, oh, no one's gonna like me, I'm like this, I'm like that, I'm old, I'm heavy. then you as another individual smells that on you. Like I'll smell it on
people.
You. Yeah, and if you're like that, then you're never gonna find anyone.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask because
you're a rainy day.
The thing is, when in a relationship, I think I have to devote my time or something or like that. Kasi
Well, you have to accept that.
I cannot do the pay because I have some careers, ganyan.
Okay.
For
you to be in for you to be in a relationship, you have to be willing to give part of yourself. It can't all just be taking. I don't think you're ready to give yet. You always think about what you can get from relationships.
You're not sharing it.
You're not. You think about your work. You're saying you don't want to take care of your partner. You just want. Parang then you don't. What you just want to. I don't know what.
It's selfish.
It's a little, So you have to work on that. Maybe on being positive and being happy and being loving. Do you want to give love? Do you want to give love?
Yeah.
Do you want to love someone? Do you want to take care of someone?
Kasi nga ganito, I'm a mother goose sa barkada namin. So, lahat ng relationship problem nila. So, ganyan. Parang nagkaroon ako ng negative energy doon sa mga umiiyak ang mga barkada, ganyan.
Naging jaded ka.
Oo, parang
because of their experiences. You have to work on that. Just know that whatever happened to you in the past or to your friends in the past are just that. It doesn't mean it's going to keep happening all the time or it's going to happen again.
I can give love because I have so many friends. They trust me.
Sige.
Diba?
Work on yourself, like what Rico is saying. Work on yourself. Build your confidence in these types of things, and hopefully it will work for your relationship or whatever.
V, I really, in summary, I really think it's your outlook. Once you start feeling positive about, relationships, yourself, and stuff like that, like Rico said, it repels people when you're negative, and when you're positive, it's inviting. And all of a sudden, you'll find your life will change when you kind of have that different outlook about relationships. It's not, you started off the phone call bashing relationships already, whether it be subtle or not. There's a negative feels like humidity when you first kind of brought it to the table. So we can tell that. You're a little angry about it.
I don't think that I'm a negative person with regards to relationship, but now I realize that I am because I'm a positive person. I guess.
Well, you're on the right track. Na-realize mo that's huge. That's major. Work on that, diba?
Insight level 1.
Thank you so much because feeling ko hindi naman ako negative person. I'm a very positive person.
I'm glad you realized that.
Be positive.
All right, V. You're the best. Have a good one. Bye-bye. I can't stop laughing at Rico. It's fucking funny. That's huge.
Ikaw lang nakakakuha ng...
I know, but you want your cake and eat it. I'm like, come on, man.
I'm trying to be DJ-ish.
It's good stuff.
Isn't that what you do?
Kelly. Yeah, it is. It's funny just coming from you just because, it's just like... It's funny because it's so cool. You're cool. You're chill. You're like, hey, listen, you want your cake and you want to eat it. And to me, it's like, if you're not making fun of her, but I'm thinking if that was me who said it, I'm obviously trying to make fun of her. But there's a nice little delivery there that makes it smooth. Kelly, you're 22. You are in Parañaque. You have a question for us. What's going on, baby? You're on a cell phone. How can we help you? Kelly? Did we lose Kelly? She's been on hold for a long time on that cell. Kelly? No? Let's go to Paige. Paige is on Skype, and she's got a question to Rico regarding career. Hi, Paige. You're in Baguio. Welcome to the program. You're 28 years old. Rico Blanco is here. What's up?
Hi, Paige.
Yeah, hi, Rico.
Hello.
Well, I love sandwich during
Are you at the IMAX theater?
Yeah. Well, it's a bit disappointing that he doesn't, he's no longer active in... that I only see him on TV acting now.
Okay, wait, Paige, let's rewind. Paige, sorry, I hate to cut you off. Let's start all over again because there's...
Okay, go ahead. Paige.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Like I've said, like Mark Abaya, I love sandwich during Mark Abaya. So now it's a bit disappointing that I only see him on TV acting. So hindi na tumutugtog, something like that. Now, Rico, how far do you intend to go with acting? And with your relationship with your former bandmates in River Maya, how is it? And that's including Bamboo.
Okay.
There's a lot of
Regarding
questions there.
Okay, regarding acting. Okay, first regarding Kwan, I think they still gig.
Yeah.
I've seen them. Yeah, they played a couple months ago in our bar here in Manila. So they're pretty active with music. I'm not sure if they have a new album out, but I think they still do. Definitely, they still do gigs. And with regards to my acting, even this whole time that I was and the latter part of last year when I was shooting for this TV series that's ongoing now, and the music singing competition, the reality singing competition in the other network that's airing now, I still managed to continue doing concerts. So how far I'm going to take it? I'm going to take it as far as long as I enjoy it still, I'll do it. And music will always be there. I don't think it's I don't think I'd have to choose one or the other and turn my back completely on the other one. I think, in fact, what I do in one field enriches what I do in the other field, and it helps me as all around as a person. And if you have a fuller life, then you bring more to the table as an artist. Whether when you make you're making music, or whether you're acting or doing other things.
Rico, if I may, when it comes, do you find it trendy where you see a lot of, correct me if I'm wrong, where you see a lot of guys in the rock, that were in the rock scene now into the TV scene, and it could be acting, it could be game show hosting. You have Drugs, you have Ted doing Showtime, you have Kian Cipriano, yourself, Mark Abaya that does the acting. I mean, there's. I'm sure there are other right now, but you get what I mean. It's like we see a lot of guys coming from the rock scene now into the television scene. Is this something that they approach you with? They're saying, "Hey, listen, we're looking. It's a trend thing right now." It's big,
I don't.
Big.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I've been approached since about early 2000s, maybe 2002, 2003. But it wasn't possible because I was still in a band, and you have to consider everyone else's schedules. What will they do while you're doing all these other things, diba? So it wasn't possible for me. When I came back as a solo artist, I had more flexibility in terms of what I want to do, when I want to do. I just have to schedule things. I never saw it as trendy. Because I think there have been singers before who became TV personalities. And
that's true.
Yeah, and
I guess so. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, you could go as far as like a Vic Soto, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking VST, and then all of a sudden movies,
even Apple
like
before,
that.
Diba?
That's right.
So I don't think it's
Yeah, makes sense. Now, the question, the River Maya question, which you get a million times, and we have another 5 of them on hold, which I guess we won't take anymore because let's just address it now.
No,
this will never, this will never go away, right? I mean, it's going to be a part of you. You know,
I understand why people would be curious. Mark and Mike, I don't talk to. Japs, we're text mates. We see each other once in a while when we have common friends. We talk, we hang. Bamboo, we say hi, hello when we see each other and cross paths. Usually in gigs. We don't hang like we used to. We don't hang anymore. He has, a different thing going, and he has his family and all of those things. And I'm in a different group of. We have different groups of friends now, and this happens to people who say we're friends in grade school and they're still friends, but they don't get to hang out anymore.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Nathan, we get to hang the most, although not in the past few months, but we still get to jam and we still get to really hang out with the other guys, Ira and Marcos of the Heads. But when you grow up, diba, you all get busier than you used to be. Diba? You're all more, preoccupied with different things, and so this happens to everyone. I think. When was the last time you saw your friend from high school? Diba? So
exactly right.
Ganun lang.
Now the question again. When I talk about a bunch of questions regarding this, I'll just throw them out as follow-ups here. I am positive, and I'm pretty sure I also asked you this when you were here the first time. You knew when the E-Heads reunion concert came around that, man, the River Maya questions are going to be nonstop about a possible reunion concert. And I've asked Bamboo, and I've asked, say, Mark, and the question is all the same. No way. They're never going to happen. Like almost angry. Never going to happen. Why is it that way? I mean, without getting too elaborate, if you don't want, if you don't feel like it, but was it a bad separation with some of the guys that a reunion, regardless of the price, they're going to put individually paying you?
I have the same answer. With no anger or hatred. It's just I like to keep moving forward, and I don't see, it doesn't make sense for me to go back and be part of. I'm not a big fan of nostalgia. Fine, sure. I have what do you call that? I have double standards because I love nostalgia with the bands or artists that I like. But me as the artist, I don't enjoy it. Even the old songs, my old songs, I always update them live. I interpret them in a new way, and I think that door's closed. Just for that simple reason.
Okay.
And I'd rather create more music for walking towards the future. When I go.
I'm going to be selfish though, and I'm going to say I'm speaking for the fans when I do.
Okay.
For someone who cares about the fans so much though, and we long for it, and of course it's going to be a decision of not just yours, but it's equally as much as it is for Bamboo and Mark and everything like that. If we're dying for it though, Rico, man, and we are. I mean, fuck, man, I liked you guys more than E-Heads. And I'm not saying that they're not a good band. They're a great band, but man, River Maya, man, you can't even put it to words how much it meant to me and to millions. If the clamor for it's so much, you wouldn't still consider it a little bit?
It's like you have a kid who really wants to go out and smoke and do like cut class. They really want to do it and not go to school anymore. There's such a clamor from your kid to not go to school anymore. Are you going to let him do it? I don't think it's good for them. I don't think it's good for you guys to live in that nostalgia. I get it. I think it'd be better for me to write new stuff and move forward. But I don't want to do it because I don't want to do it. If in fact, this second album, I didn't want to record a second album for the longest time. It took me 4 years. But when I felt like doing it, there will be a reason. Sure. It might be I'm wrong. All these years I was wrong, but there will be a reason. And if that comes along, then I will do it. But I will not do it for any other reason, but because I want to do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It must. Right now, I'm hearing you speak about it, and we got to take a break here, so we'll break in just a short while. Thanks, Paige, by the way, for the questions here.
Thank you, Paige.
Man, it almost seems like I would love to be you. When I walk around, I'm sure you get the question constantly.
I'd love to be you, man.
I'm assuming that as. No, just on this topic alone, for example, walking around and knowing that people want you to do it, and you have the power. For whatever reason, whatever reason it may be, one of the great decision belongs to you, whether it'll happen or not.
It's
and that must be exciting in some little demented way.
I like to entertain new markets all the time, new kids, fresh people who hear me for the first time. When I'm at the concerts now and I play to kids in the thousands, in the tens of thousands, I play some of the old songs. They love it. I play another old song. They'll be like, If I ask them if they want me to play another old song, no, they're like, you got to play the new ones because that's what we came here to hear.
We noticed that when we had that 16-year-old caller. I think she was first off the bat. Remember, she called and she was like, Rico, your universe, greatest thing ever. You know, and I sit there and I'm like, and the first thing in my mind was, have you ever heard Kisap Mata? Have you ever heard?
No, but that's why you have to keep moving. That's why you have to keep walking.
You know, I get you. Yeah, that's why I'm completely agreeing with your point because it's a different. And
that's why I'm
generation. You know, we could go on forever, Rico, and I'm sure you can about this. And I'm sure people try to go on forever with you about it. But I completely get where you're at. I see your point. I agree with it. But at the same time, I got to stand my ground, man. A River Maya reunion concert would be the fucking greatest thing in my life.
I respect you.
It would be the greatest thing ever, man. All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll do round up just a few more calls, and then we're out of here. It's Good Times with Mo, Season 2, of course, the podcast, brought to you by Globe. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. More with Rico Blanco and your calls with Dr. Ken as well. Don't go away.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
There are text friends. Always on call friends. Not just Facebook friends. Bring them all together with Go Only 30 from Globe Prepaid. Go call, go text, go share. For only 30 pesos a day, don't just get a network of friends, go get a globe of them. Go make it happen with Go Only 30. Go lang ng go.
Hey, podcasters, Mo here. You ever watch the podcast, right? And you're sitting there and you're looking at our female celebrity guest and you're looking at her skin and you're like, wow, I'd love to have that complexion. Well, your answer is this. Glutamax, the official skin whitening partner of Miss Earth International. Available in capsules, soaps, lotion, deodorant, and face cream. Bikutis Mayaman with Glutamax. It's available in leading drugstores and supermarkets nationwide.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Were you the one who posted, James, regarding the guidelines when it comes to checkpoints?
Yes, I was.
That's fantastic.
Yes, I just made it up, but you know, I thought it was. I mean, this time of year, right? Elections. You know, you never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Okay, children, do not follow this at home. I'm just kidding. Just so you know your rights. If you do get stopped by a checkpoint,
you are not allowed
we're able to verify all of
them.
these, James.
You're not allowed to run over them. That didn't make it here. So technically. Now, number 2. Upon approach, slow down. I guess that counts as not running them over. Dim headlights and turn on cabin lights. Okay.
Cabin lights.
Mm-hmm. Lock all doors of vehicles during inspection. Since lock.
They might get pissed off because you're locking.
But that's
doors.
the thing. Okay. This is where they get you. And this is actually, I know we're making fun of it a little bit, but this is a serious issue. We've seen some people genuinely harassed. Drugs are planted. And other things, you know. A Justin Bieber CD is planted, which is even worse.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I've heard of that, you know. And there's no defense for that. There's really no defense. Yeah, it's like, but Your Honor, we found this. Throw the book at him. And the CD as well.
Then after that, you have to submit your cell phone and everything. Yeah. And next thing you know, you have a Justin Bieber ringtone.
Catch James Deacon and the boys on Counterflow, Wednesdays, 7:30 to 8:30, only here on The Factory.
Hey, Mo Twister here. All right, podcasters, listen up because this is really, really important. Major Homes brings you unique and creative developments, giving you a real chance at a sure, affordable, and hassle-free investment. Invest in your future today. Call 0917-517-4287. Major Homes is here.
Sabrina's Kitchen is going to be back in your kitchen.
Sabrina, we're hungry.
Okay, it's coming. Every Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Lifestyle Network. Where else?
Podcasters, listen up. Big announcement. The Chevrolet Sonic is a dependable 5-seater subcompact vehicle, and it delivers sufficient power, fuel efficiency, refined ride and handling, and a remarkable entertainment system. The Sonic is the perfect Chevrolet vehicle for those who are looking to make their daily city commute or weekend getaway drives more fun and exciting. It comes in 2 great body styles, the 5-door hatchback and a 4-door sedan. Equipped with a new 1.4-liter Ecotec engine with double continuous variable cam phase, that's CVC, the Chevy Sonic provides efficient power and quality driving performance. performance. Now, to further highlight the youthful, sporty, and fun characteristics of the Sonic, Chevrolet has equipped the compact sedan with high-tech convenient features such as Bluetooth connectivity and audio streaming capabilities that are commonly found only on high-trim compact sedans. The Chevrolet Sonic is available at all Chevrolet dealers. It comes with a Chevrolet 5-year warranty, 3-year free roadside assistance, and the services of a 24/7 Chevy hotline.
My girlfriend says she hates me.
It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered. Follow us on Twitter at GTWM Podcast and visit www.motwister.com.
All right, back on the podcast here on this Monday night. Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2, brought to you by Globe. My name is Mo. Our guest tonight, Rico Blanco. We also have Dr. Ken here. I know we're running out of time, and it's a shame because I'm really enjoying tonight's episode, but let's go ahead and take some more of these calls. Maybe we can throw a question or two out to Rico, but I know we got to speed things up here. Let's start with Checker, who's 19. Now, here's the thing about Checker. Well, hold on. Let's get Checker, but I'm not going to talk to him yet. He's been on hold 1 hour, 30-plus minutes, and he's 19. He's on line 4. Checker, are you still there?
Hello, yes.
That is amazing.
Yes.
Hold on one second, though, because I have a cell phone call ahead of you who's been on hold for like 30 minutes. But you're on landline. You're fine. Hold on, Checker. I just want to make sure that you're still breathing and stuff like that.
Yes.
Kelly, 22, Parañaque. Let's try her one more time because she's back. Kelly? Oh, Kelly, you there? I think we lost. No?
We lost her.
It's just question is so good. How do you tell your boyfriend you had sex with his friend? It's just, I'm intrigued at why she wants to even
tell it.
Bring that up. That's so backbone breaking.
How
All right,
old is she?
Checker, she's 22. I really wanted to talk to her about that. Checker, you're 19. Let's get to you now. Here we go. Line 4. What's going on, my friend? And thank you so much for being so patient and being on hold. What's up? Checker. Line 4. We just spoke with you. Hold on. Let's get to
Checker, line 4.
There you go. No?
Yeah, there you
Hello?
go. Checker?
Yun.
Hi, there you go. 19. What's up?
Apo. I'm sorry, di po siya ganong English.
No problem.
Tagalogin
Of course,
mo.
because Philippines. Pero teka lang, Checker. Babae ka, lalaki? Sorry, I'm confused with the name and the voice. Girl?
Apo.
Okay, all right. Let's go. What's up?
Yun po. Hinginap sana akong advice about sa parang na friend zone. Ganun po. Hello po.
Yeah, okay. A little bit more.
Okay po. Kasi ganun po.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you. It's a little
Apo.
more. Friend zone. I don't even believe in friend zone. I think either you like someone or you don't. I mean, Rico, a man has been in a few relationships, certain high-profile ones as well. Is there a friend zone for you? It's so popular these days, and you hear about it, and I don't.
It's a cool term for being rejected.
I hate it. Yeah, it drives me crazy when I hear it.
It's a funny. I like it because at least people can find. It's very Filipino. Can find humor in the shittiest situations, diba? You're rejected and you call yourself friend zoned, and it's a little bit funny. So it's very Filipino, but being rejected, that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's they don't like you in that way, that in the capacity that you like them, and it happens to everyone all the time. But the thing with friend zone, okay, think about friend zone though. Doesn't it bring like some sort of false hope?
Yeah, and if
go ahead. Sorry.
And if you still like the person, then this friendship in this friend zone isn't real, because it's only one-way friend zone.
That's right.
One party wants you to be just a friend, but if the other party wants more than that, then it can't be platonic. It's never gonna work. Who are you kidding?
We had a guest here on the podcast say a great line once. I forgot who it was. It might have been like an Alice Dixon or a Lea Salonga who's been on the show, and said, someone said, I want to tell my friend that I like them, but I don't want to ruin the friendship. And her answer was, you already did. You liked them. Yeah, you already did. Yeah. All of a sudden, it's ruined. Now, it might not be ruined in the terms that we think of ruined or destroyed, but it is no longer
But it doesn't exist in that same plane anymore. It's different.
Right.
It cannot be a pure platonic whatever friendship, as
So
we'd like
Checker?
to fool
Yes.
ourselves to believe.
Opo.
You are friend zoned.
Yes
That's
po.
the nice, perfumed, sugar-coated way of saying this guy doesn't like
Busted.
you.
Oo.
Yep.
Anong gagawin mo?
Yun po kasi.
Ang gagawin mo,
Pag,
move
kasi
on.
Po,
Tanggapin mo.
ang ano ko po, problema ko po doon. Bali, may ka-MU na po siya eh.
Oh, yun na nga.
Yeah. Hey, Checker, I liked a lot of girls who ended up having a different guy in their life, and it wasn't me. That's really part of life. Rico, you've been busted before, yes? No?
Uy, walang sagot. No.
Never. 100% success rate.
Rockstar.
100. Because it's that damn guitar, man. It's when you pull that fucker out, man. That's the one that gets it. Yeah. Wow. Hey, listen. Okay, Checker, thanks for the call. I got to get to an issue here before we wrap it up. I forgot. So we have this segment on our radio show called Sex with Celebrities, right? And you know, on several occasions, certain females have called the show and said, yes, I've had sex with Rico Blanco. And, of course, then we go, well, how was it? You know, I mean, like, yeah, it's one thing to put out the name there, but we want to know some details. Was it awesome? And she said, he's skinny thick. Yeah, and she said, he's skinny thick. And I'm like, what's skinny thick? He's skinny, body, penis thick as an elephant. I mean, like, just
about the length.
Like, no, because I thought you're like skinny thick. I'm like, well, what does that mean? It's like, well, Rico's a thin guy, but penis like a thoroughbred. And we're like, wow. So we're laughing it up and stuff like that. And again, on several occasions, even on the same episode, different girls have called and said that they've in fact, bedded down with you. Is this something that you think would be? I don't know.
It could be real. It could be not real. I mean,
yeah, that's what I would. How would I know, right? How would we know?
I know. How would I know? As long as they give like good feedback, it's probably real.
That's it. Spoken like a rock star.
Okay. Here's another one. Now, this is unrelated, just because out of respect for said female. But you get a lot of River Maya questions, a lot of Bamboo questions, but you get a lot of Casey Concepcion questions, man, and that shit never ends. I mean, there's a countless here that I'm not taking because I'll try to bunch them all into one question. But the most popular one is Balisong for Casey, and then there are kind of other variety of those. Are you sick of these questions too, or you understand that it's going to come and it always will?
Actually, the questions about her have been relatively. I've been hearing them less these days. There have been a couple of other names recently. So and that's quite a. It feels like a fresh of breath air to be asked about a different girl, and no disrespect to Casey because we're friends,
Sure.
And but I think it's because the other girls I dated aren't celebrities, and maybe she also spoke about us in her interview, so it's only natural for people to ask. But we're good friends. We're good friends now.
Are you the marrying type? I mean, are we going to see this one day, or you can't really tell at this point?
I don't see it not happening ever.
Mm-hmm.
I can also imagine myself being married and having a family of my own. I just always say you can't really plan it, or I don't want to plan it. I just want to be ready for it. And I've been ready.
Makes sense.
I've been ready for a long time now. It's just when you're ready, you're ready emotionally, physically, financially, all of that. And so that when the right person comes along at the right time, then it happens.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Miko, Los Angeles, 25. What's going on, buddy? Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Morning, Miko. This
morning.
is Rico.
Good morning.
What's up?
Yeah, hi, Rico.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I got a question for you later.
Sure.
First, Mo.
Yeah.
All right. I'm the guy who called a month ago, the James Deep episode, and I was asking about breaking into the medium of podcasting and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. Question: is there a strict formula or maybe a process on how to write material for a radio show or a podcast or a web series? Because
it really,
you always mention that you write your show. Is there a strict process?
Yeah. Well, it depends though, because what format or what kind of what is it? What direction you're trying to go with this podcast? There's no writing because it writes itself. Phone calls. There's a guest every night, and the questions, like with Rico. I mean, like right now we have to wrap up the show, but there's 15, 20 more questions I'd like to ask Rico, and I know maybe I'm gonna have to save it for the next time he comes by, whether that be in another year or so. You get what I mean? It's like it writes itself when you do this style of program. The morning radio show, completely different animal. You have 3 hours of talk. And it has to be a different topic every 20 minutes. It has to be engaging where people would call. There's no guest. So a lot of the pressure to be funny and have an interesting topic is on me, the writer, every single day. Like later today or tomorrow morning, I'm going to have to come up with 3 hours of like sitcom material. And that's daily. So there is a lot of writing involved. And is it strict? Hell yeah, it's strict because if 1 day sucks, fine, I'll forgive it. 2 days sucks, I'm a little alarmed. 3 days, and I feel like I'm the worst person in the world if I can't do a good show in 3 days. But it's also difficult to put that kind of topics in one program because it being 3 hours. So when I find out we have a lot of commercials, like, we have 30 minutes of ads per hour, I'm happy because it's less writing for me. But months like these, January, February, where it's not a lot of advertising, it's a pain in the ass. So it is very strict. There's an attempt to be funny at all times. I prefer the podcast, 10 times over in terms of preparing for the program because I just sit here, we take calls.
Easier,
it's good stuff. Yeah, so it just really depends on what direction you're trying to go with your show.
Follow up to that. What's your source for the topics?
Everything.
Where
News, websites, blogs, conversations with friends. Always have a notebook. Well, no longer a notebook. I have my phone, but you used to always have a notebook and you just write these things down. Rico, I'm assuming that's the same. I guess maybe in the olden days without the pads and the phones and stuff like that. Did you always have a notebook on you just in case you never know a brilliant line might come out for a song that you can write down immediately?
Like a reporter's notebook. I have one.
Yeah. Yep.
But now I have a phone. So.
Yep. Same.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, hey, it really is. It's just a bunch of things. Like Rico said earlier on the program, you listen to a song, it inspires you. You put your own kind of little taste to it. It's same with me. Like, I'm listening to a conversation other people are having, and I'm like, hey, that would be great if I tweaked it a little bit for our Filipino audience. And it could have been somebody at a Starbucks or wherever, where I overheard it. You really never know when that stuff comes out.
And it's the same for us. It's the same for us, too. We don't listen to music to get inspired to make music. We watch movies. We talk to people. We engage in conversations. So,
you never know when that moment's going to come there, and it could be like that. Sorry, Migo. Then your question for Rico.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Along that line of Mo just asked you what are the worst questions. Along the line of what is the worst. I saw you last live at a UP concert a couple of years back, and you were just furious at the tech guys because they were screwing up with how your guitar was coming out. What has been the worst show ever for you to play in? What event or
what happened to make it that way?
Yeah.
I can't remember a worst show. There must have been. It mustn't have been. I mustn't have had a show that's bad enough for me to remember it to be a bad show. Technical problems happen all the time, and when I'm furious, sometimes it appears that I'm more furious than I really am. You have to understand, and I tell if a new guy is joining my team, I will be shouting at you, especially during gigs, because I'm performing in a rock concert to 20,000 people. So the scale of the persona is big. You're like, kamusta na kayo lahat dyan? Ayos ba tayo dyan? And you can't turn around and say, boss, pakilakas naman ng gitara ko konti. Sometimes I will be screaming, don't take it personally. And you only have a few, seconds, because every second that you take out of performing to talk to the tech guy sayang yung connection, the experience you have with your audience that you lose. And that's what upsets me sometimes. It's the time I have with the people who came here to see me. We're taking that away from them with every technical problem. Or if they can't hear you well and they came all the way from, let's say, to watch us in UP, they came all the way from Batangas. And some really do that. That's what I get upset when people are paid to do a job and they're not doing it right. They're not doing it properly. That's the only time.
You're doing 110 and they're doing 75. It's a crime for these people who've come and
and sometimes
expect a show.
Sometimes we don't have the best sound system, but I see everyone really helping or trying to make it work. I'm fine.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, and Miko, you should see me on the radio show. Same thing, man. Like, it's just. The pressure to put on a great show, and that's what you want to do. Because shit, I can put a great show in my bathroom. I don't need, and I'm not going to yell at anybody. But when you're at a large scale event, or like in my case, a large medium where people are going to hear it and they expect a certain product. And things are going wrong, I yell at the tech guy all the time because, like, this shit should have been taken care of before we went on air, and I saw you watching television, So that's why I'm screaming at you, is because now we're embarrassing ourselves in front of a bunch of people who expected, top-tier shit. And so it's all for just so you guys enjoy it. And it's nothing.
Perfectly
understand. It's not a personal thing.
Same thing with surgery. Something like that.
You can't screw.
Papa-opera mo sa akin
yung a little bit more serious.
That's different.
Papa-opera mo sa akin yung nanay mo, gusto mo maganda, tapos hindi aandar yung Elman ko o kaya yung cautery ko.
Right.
If it bleeds, damn, this is your mom. We expect excellence. You have to exceed expectations.
Exactly.
And that's it. We expect from everybody.
And
perfectly, I understand what you're saying.
When my guys are here, my assistant is here, and he always tells other people I work with, if I get mad, it's not like strike one, I get mad. No. When I get mad, it means you've really abused my patience. So in that show that you saw me, maybe I was furious at the sound system. Maybe I was there at 11 a.m. in the morning doing my sound check for 4 hours until about 3 p.m.
That was the UP Fair.
I played at the UP Fair yesterday.
Valentine's.
Saturday.
Yeah, just
Saturday.
recently, but I'm talking about a couple of years back.
Yeah, I played at the UP Fair this Saturday. I was there in the afternoon. I did a 4-hour sound check. Yeah. Ooh. In the sun.
Oh, wow, that's lovely.
In the sun.
And then your set was late at night.
So sometimes people don't see the big picture. They just see the little, I yelled one time, oh, he's an asshole.
Right.
But I get where you're coming from. That's why I don't want it to get to that point. That's why I just want to be smiling all the time. And you were probably side stage or backstage?
Backstage.
There you go. Because the people in front, they will never see that. Because I'm always smiling.
That's true.
I'm always smiling when I face the crowd.
It's also kind of like how, for example, you were saying that, shit, we're super over time, man. Sorry.
It's okay.
You got a guy like a Willie Revillame, for example. You know how you were saying strike one, strike two, strike three, strike four, maybe strike 8, then you're going to get pissed off. I mean, I worked on Willie's game show, and I was there, and there's an excellence that's, like Ken said, there's an excellence that's expected because we have such a large audience. But him, it's strike one, dude. It's like, fuck up. It's gone, man.
Well, I don't have a choice. I can't replace me. It's so hard to find people to work with. So you try to push them to also make them become the best that they can be. Yeah. But there's also a limit sometimes. They
perfectly understand.
I'm pretty sure 99.9% of every individual, if they did what you did, would just react the same way, and in my case as well. I mean, it's just when you're there, you'll understand it. All right, Miko, thanks for the call. We appreciate it. Enjoy Los Angeles.
Thanks, guys.
Good morning. You're part of the world.
Good
All right,
morning,
listen,
morning,
I keep saying we have to go. There's a guy on the phone that's begging to be on the air, but now we just lost him. So, Tats, if you're listening, I know we've kept you on hold for an hour on your cell phone. It's something about your wife in Abu Dhabi. Maybe we can get you tomorrow on the program. Yeah, I was going to take you, though. I know you said he's begging to still try to get in here with Rico, but we just lost him on cell. So sorry, Tats. We'll try to get you tomorrow. Anyway, let's wrap it up because I know we're fucking late as shit. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, say our goodbyes. Rico Blanco, of course, stellar guest, as always. Just a just awesome. Thanks, man, for being here. We'll see you, though, in just a few minutes. Say our goodbyes. Don't go away, guys.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
There are text friends. Always on call friends. Not just Facebook friends. Bring them all together with Go Only 30 from Globe Prepaid. Go call, go text, go share. For only 30 pesos a day, don't just get a network of friends, go get a globe of them. Go make it happen with Go Only 30. Go lang ng go.
Hey, podcasters, Mo here. You ever watch the podcast, right? And you're sitting there and you're looking at our female celebrity guest and you're looking at her skin and you're like, wow, I'd love to have that complexion. Well, your answer is this. Glutamax, the official skin whitening partner of Miss Earth International. Available in capsules, soaps, lotion, deodorant, and face cream. Bikutis mayaman with Glutamax. It's available in leading drugstores and supermarkets nationwide.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Now we're gonna show you guys the new beta that just came out yesterday. Is God of War Ascension, the private beta for PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus.
Let's watch it. Right? It's Enrique playing already.
Yes. Yep. There you go. And perfect timing. Perfect timing. But before that, I was kicking ass. So go with the theme of the show, How Not to Play.
It's Robot Rice and Friends with Alfonso Martinez, Mickey Han, and Nigel Zalameo. Fridays, 6 to 7 p.m. Only here on The Factory.
Hey, Mo Twister here. All right, podcasters, listen up because this is really, really important. Major Homes brings you unique and creative developments, giving you a real chance at a sure, affordable, and hassle-free investment. Invest in your future today. Call 0917-517-4287. Major Homes is here.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Pechay.
Pechay na lang.
Pag mahaba ang carpet ng Pechay, she will start with the Pechay.
Oo,
if it's kung mahaba yung hair, di ba masakit?
Hindi, binuputin ko muna ng konti. Tinitrim
Kailangan
trim mo ng
gupitan muna.
Tsaka pagka kasi yung mga tsaka ay Pechay pala, Pechay. Tsaka mga yun naman nakikita ko. Mga yan. Ang palaya ba? Ang palaya. Hindi, na lang. Ay, upo naman talaga eh.
Upo na lang.
Upo. Kalaki naman niya.
Ano ba yan? Diba?
Parang ng kabayo. Parang ng kabayo.
Lintik ng kabayo! Ay, Tirso!
Join your host, Carrots Nazareno, on Live, Love, Lols every Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30, only here on The Factory.
Sabrina's Kitchen is going to be back in your kitchen.
Sabrina, we're hungry.
Okay, it's coming. Every Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Lifestyle Network. Where else?
Podcasters, listen up. Big announcement. The Chevrolet Sonic is a dependable 5-seater subcompact vehicle, and it delivers sufficient power, fuel efficiency, refined ride and handling, and a remarkable entertainment system. The Sonic is the perfect Chevrolet vehicle for those who are looking to make their daily city commute or weekend getaway drives more fun and exciting. It comes in 2 great body styles, the 5-door hatchback and a 4-door sedan. Equipped with a new 1.4-liter Ecotec engine with double continuous variable cam phase, that's CVC, the Chevy Sonic provides efficient power and quality driving performance. Now, to further highlight the youthful, sporty, and fun characteristics of the Sonic, Chevrolet has equipped the compact sedan with high-tech convenient features such as Bluetooth connectivity and audio streaming capabilities that are commonly found only on high-trim compact sedans. The Chevrolet Sonic is available at all Chevrolet dealers. It comes with a Chevrolet 5-year warranty, 3-year free roadside assistance, and the services of a 24/7 Chevy hotline.
My girlfriend says she hates me.
It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered. Follow us on Twitter at GTWM Podcast and visit www.motwister.com.
Back on the program as we wrap it up. Another overtime episode, but fuck, what's new, right? I mean, when we have great guests, you can. I mean, listen, this is going to be horrible of me to say, but it's kind of true, so I might as well say it. When we have really good guests, when you look at our lineup of episodes and the longer ones, there are like the 2-hour plus ones, and then there's some that are hour 30 minutes, hour 20 minutes. You know, probably not that awesome of a show. So there's a little tip. We're now pushing 210, 215 on this one. Our guest tonight, of course, is Rico Blanco. Rico, the album Galactic Fiestamatic.
Galactic Fiestamatic.
Right?
It's
right.
If you're listening.
What a great title.
Thank you. It's a click away. You're on iTunes. Just look for Galactic Fiestamatic. It would mean a lot to me for you guys to check it out. It's the most personal album I've recorded to date. I played everything myself in the attic in my house.
Really?
And I built a small studio in my house. It's as close to how I was making music when I was 13, first discovering how to put together music. I completely dismantled all my old habits in recording, engineered everything myself, mixed everything myself, and played all the instruments.
Nice little circle of life, huh? It's kind of like high school all of a sudden. Again,
Yeah, so please check it out. It's on iTunes worldwide. If you're here in the Philippines, you can get it too. Thank you.
Galactic Fiestamatic, Rico Blanco. Rico, again, crazy overtime. But one last thing, I introduced you as genius level talent. I really do mean it.
We
I know
gotta
the word
think of
genius.
another. I don't like the G word.
No, I know the genius word is thrown out so liberally. Gosh, we throw it out here on the show as well, ourselves. But I mean it now in the definition, because genius isn't just smart; it's contributing to society. And you are smart, you are undeniably talented. Maybe, really the conversation of one of the most talented Filipinos ever. Really, I mean, I'm not fucking with you because you're here. I'm sure a lot of people believe that. So when you talk about the talent level, the intellect, the contribution to society, whether it be via your talent or via, say, your philanthropy, you are as genius as they come. And if you're going to disagree with me, fuck you.
You read my mind, man.
Yeah, I really believe it, man. I really do. That's why your presence here is really a treat for us, for the listeners, or even if I sat down next to you at a coffee shop. Which
we should do.
An honor.
We haven't done that, man.
No, that's right. So please, if you're in my part of the world, if I'm in your part of the world, let's make that happen.
I look for it. Okay.
All right, fantastic. No, really, and again, it is a treat, and I thank you too much because. Again, growing up, your legendary status to me, but to sit here and enjoy a conversation and where we can help, facilitate these calls with people, and it is a nice venue to sit next to, in a way, quote unquote, sit next to one of the people I've always looked up to.
Can I just say I love what you're doing, man. I don't know if everyone knows that you're going through your own thing.
Yeah.
Yet
right,
you still have so much energy and drive to help other people with what would seem like smaller problems compared to yours, but you tackle them with as much care and importance as if it were your own problem, and that's big, man.
But okay, let me take a page from Rico though, man. However, if I when I do lose and I have lost, I'm a as you may know, crybaby. Again, right now I'm going through some, say my dad is sick. If I lose him, which of course is a reality, boy, I don't know, man, how am I going to do the show for at least a week? I'm going to be locked away in tears.
I'm surprised you're still doing it now, and it's just, maybe you should just keep doing it and,
Well, I have the luxury though of being able to do it, nearby. So, it's a nice break from the hospital life. Head over here, talk to you guys, have a good time, and then back over there in a few hours. So, it's a nice little break. And I have great siblings. Yeah, thank you, man. And I have great siblings, and we all do the rounds and stuff like that. So it's good stuff. Anyway, all right. So let's go to caller of the night. This is the person that Rico most enjoyed, whether it be phone call or whatever touched you, made you laugh the most, whatever. It's your call. Who you liked, and go ahead, please. Feel free to choose. Who did you like the most?
What was your name?
what was the story?
V.
Well, her
V.
Oh, V. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the obese girl with the casual sex.
Yes. Why? Because she was humble, or maybe honest enough to admit that she realized something. At first she seemed like she was too proud and selfish, but towards the end she said that, oh, you know what? I realized I thought I was always a positive person, but I realized tonight from talking to you guys that maybe I'm not so positive. And that takes a lot of courage, to admit that.
Yeah, she's open about herself. V, congratulations, caller of the night. Thanks for being back on the program.
Congrats, V.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Hi, V.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, great.
Thank you.
Now, all right. Well, before
some positivity to get you started on that positive, road that you're about to take. Okay.
Now, we have a buffet of prizes that we can.
I didn't say it.
Oh, no, yeah, that was me. Sorry, that was a bad joke. V, listen. However, if
it's chocolate.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. Listen, baby, and I said this off air, and I'm going to say it again. Because of the differences in product endorsements and whatnot, we're going to give you your gift off air because Rico obviously endorses one product, and the show endorses another. We don't want anyone to get in trouble and stuff like that, or any conflicts and stuff like that. But I want you to know that you are caller of the night. After the show, immediately after the program, we're going to give you your prize and let you, win it. I'm sure you're going to be really happy with it. So just so we can get that clear. All right. Well, hold on then. Don't hang up. We'll definitely give you your chance when we say our goodbyes. Yeah, thank you as well. Rico Blanco on Twitter. The album can't be missed. Galactic, Fiestamatic. Hey, you're on iTunes already right now, right? You just downloaded this show. Why not jump over there in the music section
Tell them.
Check out Rico Blanco. All right, good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Rico, thanks for being here, man. Anything you need, anytime, just please never hesitate to ask, and we'd love to have you back sooner
just
rather
want to
than
greet
later.
the people who follow me on Twitter. They've been tweeting. The people who follow me on Instagram and on my Facebook page. Hello, Rico Locois.
You are an entertaining guy on Instagram, because Instagram is a hot chick thing, right? I mean, you ever look at these these accounts and I look at the numbers and stuff like that. I mean, a girl can have 15,000 followers on Twitter, but 100,000 on Instagram, because Instagram, it's really for chicks in bikinis and stuff. Yeah. But when it does come to guys, you are one of the more entertaining Instagram people, I have to say. So I'm not. It's pictures of my dog and stuff like that. But
I like seeing your house in progress. It's good stuff, man. It's really nice.
Thanks, man. Dr. Ken, we'll see you soon.
See you tomorrow.
Well. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys.
See you guys.
Again, Rico Blanco. Check out the album one more time and see him live. Shit, that's what I forgot to say. See him live for really a different spectacle. And before we let you go, Rico, of course, we want to thank our sponsors that make this show what it is. Legends of India. Thank you so much. Located at 114B Jupiter Street, Bel Air to Makati City for delivery catering. You can call 836-4232. Zen Nutrients. Also, an all-organic VCO-based line of products that is all-natural and affordable. Zestful, energetic, natural. You can reach them at 63917. Sorry, that's 0917-691-2608 or email zennutrients@gmail.com. Meister Watches. Thank you so much. Gave away a Meister Watch on my Twitter last week. What a beautiful timepiece. And Nice Day Coffee that's here every single night. Ken loves it, drinks it nonstop, and so do our guests. It's good stuff, great coffee. Nice Day Coffee. This podcast, of course, brought to you by Globe. We will see you again. Thank you, Globe, and welcome to the podcast. That's right, Globe. All right, guys. Later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good Times with Mo, the podcast, was executively produced by Mohan Gulata, engineered by Miguel Alfindo, and operated by Icon Media Inc. Special thanks to Magic 89.9. You can follow Mo on Twitter at www.twitter.com/DJ Mo Twister. Email him at goodtimeswithmopodcast@rocketmail.com.